we've talked about the emotional intelligence, the people. We've kind of touched briefly on like systems and strategy. So I wanted to go there next and, consider like when it comes to aligning strategy and the systems with the people, what are some of the mindset shifts that leaders need to embrace?
If I could ask you, if you play with me a little bit, Harley,
All right.
when you think about taking on more systems and structures, you probably now have seen so much of the benefit of it that a significant part of you goes, woo. I mean, especially if I don't have to do it. If my executive assistant's creating the system and the process, I'm like, fabulous. I sign off on it.
Yes.
But even if it requires some more of my time or attention, I'm curious for you, what shows up for you? What is the part of you that resists? Maybe there's 95% that's like, this is fabulous. But if you could find the part of you that maybe feels some of your own resistance to systems and structures, what do you think?
Definitely, I think there's like the sunk cost fallacy that comes to mind is, well, this has been working before. We already have it in place. Why can't we just make it continue to work? That's definitely, something that would hold me back from adopting a new system or strategy.
Okay, so this is working. Why mess with what's working? Okay, that's a great question. So why might you mess with something that's working? What moves or motivates you, Harley?
In business, it would be, is there like a financial ROI? If we can make
Mm.
a financial investment or time investment and implement this new system or operation, is it going to better serve our clients and is it going to make more money for the business?
And have you had the experience of taking on that risk of accepting some sunk costs, bring in a new system, it benefiting you financially?
Yeah, I'd say absolutely. We actually are in the process of doing that in one of our lending businesses right now. We had been managing things on one platform and it wasn't designed for that. We kind of just made it work and found a new technology solution that was designed specifically for what we needed with the loan management and investor management, and have been switching over to that. And so far, it's been great feedback from our partners so far.
Okay. Okay, fabulous. Have you done it and it not produce ROI?
I think that's kind of the illuminating question there. So I think almost every time we've, properly evaluated and made decisions for implementing a new system, it's produced ROI, whether it's, increased operational efficiency, generated more revenue, or helped our clients do what needs to happen in their business better.
Well, great. It helps the brain realize we've been doing this. This has paid off. And even for a couple of people, if it hasn't. So if there's a business owner out there that feels like it hasn't, many times we're not sure even how to pull some of the reflection out of our pain, right? Maybe we tried something new and it felt kind of costly. We got a new hire and it didn't quite work out. And so we just kind of doubled down on it or shut down a little bit on it. There's probably a lesson to learn, right? So pain plus reflection equals progress. So I often call the entrepreneurial education very expensive, but also very beneficial if we truly show up for it, right? Because
Yeah.
we may take some risk and it not work out, but as long as we're learning from them, we can really cool and progress out of them. But I hear for you, like it's worked out. So it kind of really reinforces like, let's go, let's get it. Let's try that next process. But if it hasn't, then there's probably just some things to reflect on for people and, optimize from that awareness to like what worked, what didn't work, and what would I do differently. Now we're talking about some real progress. We're talking about you developing, right? Versus just what's that next fix for the business? It's like, no, come I'm developing. Like, what's that next guy that I need to date? Well, how about you develop, right? Maybe you learn from that past relationship. And so what's often like you are mentioning people's way is they kind of feel like something's working enough, but there's a hunger in them for better, for more curiosity. And I think if you do one at a time, you can manage your risks, you can take some focus because new systems do take something to establish. That's why you need a lot of energy. So if you're already burnt out about your business, why would you want to take on a new system? Right. So if you've got some energy, I think you're willing to absorb some of those costs and go for something bigger or better. And if you've had a rough spot to do some deep processing, that's some of the coaching I love for people because it's often neglected. Their inner worlds, their inner beliefs, their core stories are profoundly affecting their choices. So that is definitely work that I love to do for humans and especially for business owners.